The wounded pattern is an automatic response based in childhood overwhelm that worked when we were children. The problem is if we're using it as an adult and it's not the best response in the moment, there typically is a lot of suffering. And so if you're not suffering, you don't have to worry about your pattern because you're probably living as the gift in the pattern as opposed to the wound in the pattern. But if some part of your life is not working, this is a great place to look at what might be the problem, the root of this behavior or thought process or belief system that's not working for me, and how can I work with it? And what I have found in my practice, I've been working with clients for 33 years. And what I have found is that the more we can tell the difference between my survival response, fight, flight, freeze, because I'm responding because I need to feel safe, when we can tell the difference between that part of us, which I would call the wounded self, you could call the ego, and our true self, when we notice that difference, then I can start to choose things that are in alignment with my true self. My wound needs to be safe, period. Safety is the only concern for your wounded self. So learning to be able to call yourself out, to notice I am in my wound, or I am actually really grounded and regulated, and I'm coming from conscious awareness of who I really am. I am not the wound. Then what happens is it doesn't even really matter the things that are happening in the world around you. You can find peace inside regardless of the chaos outside of you. So to me, that's the ultimate goal because life is going to continue to happen. There's going to be stress, there is going to be accidents, there's going to be challenges. But having the skill of sensing who I really am outside of my wound, that part of me is always okay, no matter what. There is a part of me that is always, always okay. And I'm just the observer of the experience. The wounded part of you is identified. This is me. The body is me. This is reality. And we lose the sense of our inner self. But when we remember our inner self and feel into our inner self, we can be okay despite the chaos externally. So that's really the ultimate goal that I have with my clients and that we teach in this program is that we teach you how to get beyond the trauma that's in the body, beyond the stories of what happened to us, and be very empowered by aligning with and identifying with our inner self as opposed to the body. And you might call it the ego, or you might call it your wound. But that's just the experience we're having. Who we really are is that eternal being. So, my experience again, the more identified I am as the eternal being just having an experience, the experience doesn't matter so much. There's less suffering. Even when it's a hard situation, there's less suffering.